die letzte Pressekonferenz im Jahr 2023. Ich darf Sie dazu herzlich begrüßen und die ganze findet statt nach dem 14. Spieltag der BBL. Ausverkauftes Haus, Ludwigsburg schlägt Tübingen 104-94. An meinen Seiten Gästecoach Dani Jansson und Riesen-Headcoach Josh King. As always, the guest starts. Sir, your statement about today's game, please.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows Ludwigsburg. You know, we play Ludwigsburg every preseason. You know, we know the coach, we know the team. Everybody know what to expect. It's going to be intense. It's going to be a battle. We prepped for that. I think, you know, we had good stretches, we had bad stretches, and currently, like, I'm a little bit concerned about our competitive instinct in the fact that, you know, like, especially, okay, number one, a bad moment came somewhere 5 minutes into the third quarter when we're not sprinting back, and Ludwigsburg gets 5 uncontested transition points. You know, we have to spend two timeouts just saying, like, sprint back, you know. And then again, we fought back. We took the game back to ourselves, and then we just couldn't get stops. And it's a good game, but it's a little bit frustrating. You know, like it's every week we are right there, like this close, winning a game, and somehow we can't manage to turn these into wins. And therefore, you know, it's just one game at a time, and next one is going to be worse work, and hopefully, you know, we just create those habits to be a little bit more consistent, so we can you know, win more consistently, and therefore, you know, to Josh and everybody else in Ludwigsburg also congratulations, and we continue from here.
Thank you.
First off, happy that we found a way to win, have more points at the end of the game. Don't really think we deserved to win this game. Didn't think we were the better team tonight. This is how basketball works sometimes. You get rewarded when maybe you shouldn't. Again, happy that we found a way to win the game or have more points at the end of the game, but we did a lot of things not so good, things that we talked about trying to do. Tübingen really beat us up, especially in the first quarter. They came out with the most aggressive team, the more competitive team, the more physical team, and the better team. We found a way to get back in the game in the second quarter, and then, you know, I thought our effort was better in the second and the beginning of the third quarter. Then we let them back in the game. Obviously, Jackson had it going, and we couldn't find a way to cover him. But we have to be better because, like I said, this isn't who we want to be, and we got to get more consistent. Again, happy that we had more points at the end of the game, but can't say that we definitely deserve to win this one.
Thank you. Gibt es Fragen? Okay, Klaus-Henrich, natürlich schon.
Just one question to Daniel Jansen. What's the problem for the Tigers? Usually with 94 points you should have won the game, or is it a problem you should have had a second Jackson as a player?
I don't. To be honest, I don't think you can play with 5 Jacksons. You know, we're gonna need 8 balls. Like I said before, it's the inconsistency that we show. We had a lot of good stops against Ludwigsburg where, you know, we're on point. We knife through, pick and roll. We break a play. We stop them one-on-one. We get a rebound, and then all of a sudden, you know, like next 2-3 minutes, none of that there. So if we could just today we allowed 70 points easy baskets, and that's a disaster. You know, we throw away Jackson's 32 points and everything else that we built offensively when we can't get stops. You know, and to me, like, the problem is the inconsistency on defense. Also, I didn't mention first half offensive rebounds. Like Ludwigsburg had I think 12, which is way too much. You know, and this is also like gave Ludwigsburg the chance to come back in the game in the first half.
Danke. Michael.
Question to Josh. You mentioned twice you found a way to get more points at the end. What was that way? Was it more your offense, as Daniel Jensen mentioned, they didn't get stops in the end, or was it your defense? I thought Silas locked up Beheim and Joman Jackson in the fourth quarter.
It definitely wasn't our. We gave up 94 points. I'm just looking here. We played one okay defensive quarter in the second quarter. We played, but it's easy to play defense after you give up 31 points in the first quarter. No, we just outscored Tübingen today. We were lucky to get enough points to win the game. That's what I meant by that in the previous comment. And we have to be better. that's why it's a little bit disappointing, and why I said I'm not sure we deserve to win the game, because giving up 94 points on our home floor is unacceptable. And I don't want to speak for Danny, but there's nothing wrong with Tübingen. I'm not saying this because Danny's sitting beside me to my right. Nobody does more with their roster and their team in this league than Danny. And I'll say that every week. That's not just because he's sitting beside me. So nothing's wrong with Tübingen. They played us to the brink, and we were very, very, very fortunate to win the game.
Question to Josh. You're playing 3 days in the Champions League. Can you say something to the competition in general? How important is it? And something to the opponent, Darüşşafaka?
Yeah, we're playing one of the most respected clubs in Turkey. They've signed some new players. They got rid of some guys. They've just signed a couple talented players. Basically, it comes down to, if we want to keep playing Champions League, we need to win. Starting on Tuesday night, we have to prepare starting tomorrow. It's going to be a tough match against a very physical and good team, and hopefully we can get another. First, one thing I have to say is our fans were tremendous tonight. I thought that was, I know it was a derby game, but that was awesome. They kind of catapulted us to maybe get more points by the end of the game. Our fans were unbelievable, and we need as many fans as possible here on Tuesday night to help us kind of get over the hump and hopefully get a win.
Noch nicht alle glücklich.
No. So it's difficult because they signed some new players?
Yeah, it's a little difficult. I mean, Darüşşafaka had 3 guys they got rid of here in the last month to went to different clubs. I can't remember. One went to Besiktas, one went to Galatasaray, but they just signed a guy, James Woodard, who everyone is very familiar with, who played here in Ludwigsburg. He's played in the BBL, very good player. And they just signed another player. His name is slipping my mind, but he played at FF Riga. He's a Champions League player, good, strong guard. They just signed another American player as well. So it's going to be a little difficult to scout them, but nonetheless, that's why you have principles. You're supposed to have principles, especially on the defensive side of the ball, that doesn't matter who teams have. You know how you're going to guard them. So again, we got to get better, and we'll start preparing for them tomorrow.
Guter Neujahrsvorsatz. Wir sehen uns in 3 Tagen. Guten Rutsch bis dahin. Stay healthy.
Thanks guys. Appreciate it. Yeah.